In today's video, I'll show you how to make perfect sourdough pretzels without using any baker's yeast. They're crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, and they have that characteristic stretchy chewiness that all great pretzels should have. Here's how to make them. This is a 55% hydration dough, so add 225 grams of water to a mixing bowl. Follow that with 100 grams of active and risen sourdough starter. For my sourdough starter, I got 25 grams of leftover starter out of the fridge the night before and fed that 50 grams of water and 50 grams of bread flour. Then the next morning, my starter had risen to double in size and it was ready to use. So add 100 grams of active and risen sourdough starter, then give that a stir to dissolve the starter into the water. After that, add 450 grams of bread flour to the mixing bowl, followed by 10 grams of salt, I'm using kosher salt, and then stir the dough together with a spoon until it forms a shaggy dough. This is going to take 1 to 2 minutes of stirring because it's a relatively low hydration dough at just 55% hydration. After 1 to 2 minutes of stirring, your dough should start to hold together and there shouldn't be many dry bits of flour. Pour out your dough onto an unfloured surface on your kitchen counter and knead it for about 5 minutes. At this point in the process, the purpose of kneading is just to bring the dough together into one tight ball, getting rid of all those dry bits of flour and dough on the counter, bringing it together into one solid mass of dough. After about 5 minutes of kneading, your dough should hold together and look something like this. Go ahead and cover it up with a bowl or a kitchen towel, give it a tap, and let it rest for 10 minutes. After the 10-minute rest, uncover the dough and get 2 tablespoons of softened butter. You're going to be incorporating this butter into the dough by kneading. Start by pressing down the dough into a flat square, and then place pats of the softened butter all over the top of the dough. Spread the butter over the top of the dough with your hands, and then dimple the butter into the dough with your fingertips. Then stretch and fold the dough to fully enclose the butter inside the dough. When you're done stretching and folding, the dough should look like this, fully enclosing the butter inside. Then place the dough back on your unfloured counter and knead the dough by hand for 8 minutes. I like to set a timer or watch the clock because I find that 8 minutes is exactly the amount of time I need. During the 8 minutes of kneading, the dough will go from a buttery mess to a doughy, sticky mess, and then it'll all come together again in the end and you'll have a smooth ball of dough on your hands. For me, that takes just about 8 minutes. It might take 10 minutes for you, but just keep kneading until you've got a smooth and silky ball of dough that looks something like this. Move the ball of dough to a glass container greased with a little bit of butter or olive oil, press it down, and cover the dough up with an airtight lid or a sheet of plastic wrap. This is a low hydration dough and you don't want it to dry out while it's rising. Speaking of rising, let it rise at room temperature for 5 to 6 hours until it's almost doubled in size like this. This dough will be harder to shape if you let it truly double in size and get too puffy, but 6 hours later, as you can see right here, my dough has almost doubled in size and it's the perfect time to shape it into pretzels. Gently release your dough from the sides of the glass bowl. The butter in the dough should make it come out pretty easily, and place it onto your kitchen counter. Flatten the dough into a circle with your hands to get out some of the excess air, and then divide the dough into 8 equally sized pieces with a chef's knife or bench scraper. I find it's best to shape these by hand and then place them onto a baking sheet lined with a sheet of parchment paper. So get one of those ready. And here's how to shape one of the individual pretzels. Take one of the triangles of dough and flip it over, and then tuck in the corners into the center, and roll it into a thick cylinder that looks like this. This is what you're going to be rolling out. And then press down on the cylinder with one hand, rocking it back and forth just until it's a little bit longer. And then with both hands, roll this dough into a very long strip that's 18 to 20 inches long. I like to start from the center and roll out to the edge 3 different times. On the second time through, I'm able to roll out the dough to a little bit longer than the first time. And then when I roll it the third time, I'm able to get it even longer. And then I actually pull out a tape measure and check how long it is. This time around, the dough only measured about 16 inches or so I rolled it a 4th time until finally this dough measured 20 inches in length. Now to actually shape this long strip of dough into a pretzel. Here's what you do. Take the dough and put it into a U shape like this, then take the left end of the dough and flip it over the right end, and then put the left end of the dough over the right end again, giving the dough a twist. Then take the 2 ends of the dough and bring them down onto the bottom loop of dough and press the dough into itself so it sticks. Then using your fingers, stretch out the 2 upper loops of the dough and you should start to recognize what the pretzel is going to end up looking like. Then press the dough into itself again tightly to seal it, and you've got yourself a sourdough pretzel. and place all of the pretzel doughs onto a parchment paper lined baking sheet. And rearrange the doughs so that none of them are touching. Then drizzle a sheet of plastic wrap with olive oil or spray it with baking spray, and drape the plastic wrap on top of the pretzels. You don't want these to dry out while they're proofing. It's very easy for such a low hydration dough like this. For the final proof, let your pretzels rise at room temperature for 1.5 to 2 hours. And 30 minutes before your pretzels are done proofing, preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and start preparing your baking soda solution to dip your pretzels in. This is what's going to cause your pretzels to brown in the oven and give them that classic pretzel look. It's pretty easy to make. Just add 2 cups of water to a fairly wide pan, then bring the water up to a boil. Once the water is boiling, turn the heat off and add to the water 4 teaspoons of baking soda, not baking powder. Stir the baking soda around. It's going to react with the water and bubble up. Once the baking soda dissolves into the water, let the solution cool down on the stove until the pretzels are ready to bake. After 2 hours of rising, my pretzels had almost doubled in size. They were inflated, puffy, and ready to be dipped. To dip your proofed pretzels in the baking soda solution, gently lift one of the pretzels off of the parchment paper and transfer it upside down into the baking soda solution. This way, what will be the top side of the pretzel is fully immersed in the water. Then repeat this process with as many pretzels as you can fit in your pan. My pan of this size holds 4 pretzels, so I dipped all 4 and then I let them sit for 20 to 30 seconds in that solution, separating them so they didn't stick together. Once your pretzels have sat in the solution for 20 to 30 seconds, lift them out with a spatula or some kind of slotted spoon, drain the water off, and then transfer the pretzel right side up back onto the parchment paper. Drain and transfer the remaining pretzels in the pan, and then repeat the same process with the other 4 pretzels. Transfer those back onto the parchment paper lined baking sheet, and then arrange the pretzels as nicely as you can on the pan so that they all fit. Then sprinkle each piece of pretzel dough with a little bit of kosher salt or coarse pretzel salt, and the pretzels are ready to bake. Slide the sheet of pretzels into the middle rack of your preheated oven and bake at 450 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes, or until the pretzels are golden brown. After 20 minutes of baking, this is what my pretzels looked like, and luckily they only need about 5 minutes to cool before they're ready to handle. Okay, now all these pretzels might not be shaped perfectly, but tell me this pretzel doesn't look amazing. With how easy these sourdough pretzels are to make, I'll definitely be making these more often. There's an iconic chewiness and stretchiness that's common in handmade pretzels, and these sourdough pretzels definitely have it. The texture is crunchy and crisp on the outside and soft and fluffy on the inside. They're salty on the outside, smooth and buttery on the inside, and they're extremely fun to pull apart. There's that stretch again. If you want to make homemade sourdough pretzels, this is definitely the recipe for you. Get the full written recipe on my website. I'll see you in the next video.